How are we doing in the chat? Novelty Act, Donny, Young, Sean. Hope you're all doing well on this. My camera is fucking all over the place here. There we go. This absolutely beautiful Wednesday here in, at least in Limerick. It is lovely and sunny. I took a half day from work to come and do this. And it's a beautiful sunny day. It's a great day for sitting inside with the curtains drawn, watching a YouTube stream about a new video game console. We got 8 minutes to go here. These are the precious last few minutes of speculation for like another 10 years. I scarcely remember a console more widely speculated on than the Switch 2, because I feel like even though there's been loads of leaks about it, I feel like there's just so many questions, especially because it's Nintendo, and Nintendo were just, they're a little bit weird. We generally know what the power of this thing is going to be, but just like, what are Nintendo going to do? What are they going to do with this thing? So I feel like there's just been tons of speculation, including on this very broadcast in the past. The big things are obviously going to be price, launch date, and launch games. We know Mario Kart 9 is real. You have to imagine that's a launch game. That's an easy one. The last Mario Kart game, which I believe sold 5 billion copies, that is originally a Wii U game from 2011 or 2012, I believe. So I would imagine Mario Kart 9 is ready to go. I would think. Tons of rumors about a 3D mainline Mario platformer. Enough to say that I think you'd have to imagine that's their big holiday season game this year. My big thing on last week's Switch 1 stream, they showed Metroid Prime. My thing is, are they going to show it again on this stream? And will they use Metroid Prime 4 as their example of here's what a game that's on both systems, here's how it will look on the two, and here's, I suppose, more important is, how do you get the shiny version, the Switch 2 version, the next gen version, whatever they call it? That is going to be really fascinating to me. This is going to be an hour-long broadcast, so I'm expecting some healthy details, and I really want to know what their kind of upgrade path for you buy a game on Switch 1, then you get a Switch 2 later. How does that work? Do you buy Metroid Prime 4 on Switch 1, get a Switch 2 later, and does Nintendo say to you, okay, too bad, 70 quid, please. 70 quid for the Switch 2 version, please. Do they do that? It's Nintendo. You don't know. They don't read from the same hymn book as everyone else. You really don't know, Yeah, like Breath of the Wild and Switch and Wii U, obviously, yeah. So that launched at the same time on both systems. But I suppose the key difference there was they were not backwards compatible. That was a clean break, and they were leaving the 2 million people who owned Wii U's behind, Whereas with this one, it's the Switch 2. It's a direct sequel. They're pushing it as backwards compatible. You know what I mean? It's just it's weird. It's weird. I think one of the underrated things for this console generation, an underrated thing Xbox does, is smart delivery. I think that I don't even think they use that phrase very much, but it's a very cool thing. It means that if you buy Doom Eternal on an Xbox One and you download it and you play it and you have your fun with it, then you buy a Series X. When you download Doom Eternal on that Series X, you don't have to pick an option that says I'm playing on the Series X. The system knows what version of the game to download. So when you download Doom Eternal that you bought on your Xbox One, it downloads the version with the 4K textures and the higher graphical fidelity and stuff like that automatically. You don't do anything with it. So while Nintendo are not really big on the teraflops and the resolutions and the frame rates and all this other technical jargon that they don't get into, I think that experience is what I think they like for their players, though. It does sound like a very Nintendo thing that they would like to sell people. Like, if they can say on this broadcast, okay, if you own Tears of the Kingdom on the Switch, okay, it now runs better on the Switch 2, and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to fucking, oh, I gotta go and select the Switch 2 version. If they can, I feel like that's tech they would really love. It's very in line with the way they sell things. And then the other end of the spectrum is the PlayStation Goddamn 5, which has the worst motherfucking UI in the history of time. Am I downloading the PS4 version? Am I downloading the PS5 version? Wait a second, this game has a demo. Oh fuck, I've downloaded the PS4 version of the demo. It runs technically, but I want the native PS5 version. Wait, is that a separate store page? That console is 5 fucking years old, and it is still that bad. I think Xbox does deserve credit for that. I think Xbox does deserve it. And again, even though Nintendo don't sell themselves on tech, I could see them using some kind of idea like that in this, where they're kind of like Tears of the Kingdom, Metroid Prime 2, or Metroid Prime 4, or whatever. You buy it once, you get it on the entire family of consoles, and the console you download it on will just automatically have it. The flip side of that, something I think is a little underrated that Nintendo are really enjoying making money. Nintendo love this current remake era we're in, where you remake and you remaster your own. They love that shit. And fair play, a lot of them have been good. But, like, I could also see Nintendo going the entire other way and saying Tears of the Kingdom 2 is available. Tears of the Kingdom 1, sorry. Numbers, there's fucking numbers flying all over the place. Let's say Breath of the Wild, keep it simple. Breath of the Wild is available at a rock solid 60 frames per second on the Switch 2. But $60 US. $1 for each frame per second, please. I could absolutely see Nintendo doing that. I could see them going either way. I could see them going, if you own it, it just works on the new one. I could also see them saying, yeah, it's wonderful on the new system. Buy it again, please. Buy it again, please. They're Nintendo. You don't know. You don't fucking know. Yeah, my green screen's going to be crazy. I have not cut myself while shaving or anything. I don't know. Ah! No! Nintendo, why did you do this? Oh, dear. The other thing, obviously, is then third-party stuff. I think we'll probably have because this is an hour long, so we are going to have our designated third-party block. You'll get some kind of boring stuff like Ubisoft will surely be at this, right? You know what would be a good showpiece for this? I mean, I'm 8 hours into Assassin's Creed Shadows, absolutely visually unbelievable game. Ubisoft will surely be at this doing Just Dance. Assassin's Creed Shadows, maybe. Also, during the whole Activision purchasing legal conundrum, Xbox did sign that deal. Hang on, let me get the audio here. Xbox did sign that deal saying, we promise for at least a decade we will publish Call of Duty on other systems. They included Nintendo in that. So, like, this is a bit early. They don't usually reveal Call of Duties before E3. But, like, could there be, like, a logo on this stream that says the next Call of Duty, here's the name of it, and it'll be on Switch too? I mean, there must be, like, you'll have your standard new generation, all the third parties are here having, do you know what I mean? I feel like I feel like there's a good chance we're going to get some Xbox-owned stuff on this. My prediction for price, one last thing, my prediction, €400. Or 400 USD. The price will probably be in USD. I think Nintendo loves being competitive on price. Everything else being 5, I think they're going to want to go 4. That's my prediction. How's that audio, folks? Is the audio good? Novelty XS 450. Kicking off with MK. Mario Kart, not Mortal Kombat. Kicking off with Mortal Kombat. Waluigi just ripping Yoshi's fucking head off. Let's fucking go. Extremely hot take here. Mario Kart 8 is fucking awesome. Okay, my immediate thought here watching this trailer is that these maps look way bigger. They look way bigger. Like, wider. You know what I mean? Oh, he's grinding! He's doing sick Tony Hawk shit! Oh my god! What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god, they changed outfits mid-race. Lots of different vehicles. Are we going Diddy Kong Racing here? World. Okay, I thought I was wondering, are they going to go 9? 9 is a very high number for a game.
任天堂ダイレクトの案内役を務めます任天堂の川本です。任天堂スイッチ2のプロデューサーを担当しています。
太田です。任天堂スイッチ2のディレクターをしています。佐々木です。任天堂スイッチ2の本体設計を担当しています。
Yeah, World Tour was a phone game though. I don't think anyone cares.
さて、新しいマリオカートはどんな風になっているんでしょう?
Just making sure I'm out of the way of the subtitles, you know.
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2.
Exclusively? Okay, no Switch 1.
Welcome to this vast world. Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe. Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
Weather day-night cycles? Oh my god. Oh my god. Rain effects.
You can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this.
Drive virtually everywhere. Let's fucking go.
In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place. But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition.
Baby Daisy.
With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history,
Jesus.
The competition is gearing up. Introducing Knockout Tour. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another.
Wow.
There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
I was hoping his cart would blow up.
And you make it all the way to the finish line?
You didn't miss anything. They literally started with Mario Kart.
Drive around this vast world in free roam.
Free roam. Hearing these words about Mario Kart is so odd. Oh my god!
So drive wherever your heart takes you.
Dude, what?
You can also go for scenic drives with friends. And even take photos together.
Nice! Oh my... Wow. I think there has to be a release date. There's a credible rumor it's June.
The entire world starts here. Mario Kart World.
That looks awesome. That looks absolutely awesome.
On the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay, they're definitely building up to saying it.
Title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct.
Yeah, okay, that'll be revealed at the end, surely.
In the future.
マリオカートワールドは任天堂スイッチ2と同日に発売します。さらに詳しい内容は後日改めてご紹介しますのでお楽しみに。
They're doing a load of Treehouse streams this week as well with more details on all the games. Here we go. Hardware. Come on now.
これはスイッチ2のジョイコンでジョイコン2と呼んでいます。
Alrighty.
右のジョイコン2には新たに C ボタンを追加しました。
Let's go!
この C ボタンで皆さんを新しい体験へお連れしましょう。
C button! I fucking love the letter C! Okay, bit sad, but alright.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys.
Together?
That was you. So quick.
Oh, is that built-in Discord support?
Wait, no.
Or fake Discord? Nintendo cord?
Nix, I'm coming for you. Come on, no.
Oh my god, are they building their own disc? Oh, they are!
Feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Ah! This is the most Nintendo thing. This is the most Nintendo
Family
thing.
while playing a game.
Oh my god. I mean, you know what? If it works, who
While
cares?
using the game chat feature, your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the console.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right? Alright, let's keep going. Okay.
It can pick up your speaking voice clearly, even from a distance.
Look at this. Jump on here. Alright, let's keep going. It's coming. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a left.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a bow? Okay, nice.
It does look beautiful. It's so pink.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing,
If this works, I mean, it looks class. I mean,
game screen.
Did you see someone just like go on top of that dinosaur?
Really? They can do that?
Can do it? You guys, I just did it.
Oh, shoot. Oh, he's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it.
because I'll be honest, I have not bothered. There's Discord support for PS5 and Xbox. I have not bothered installing that. I don't
You
care.
can chat to your heart's content, even while playing different
Okay,
games.
so okay, this looks really cool. This looks really cool.
Oh, wow. I'm like in the sky right here.
The X factor with Nintendo is also though, will it work? And will the menus be usable? Will the friend system work? Those are the X
You can
factors.
adjust
Those are the
the
X
size of
factors to
your
me.
game screen.
Guys, I'm lost. Like, where'd you go?
Or expand another friend's game screen.
You gotta get above that wall.
It looks a bit laggy even in their footage, but
Wall. Like if she gets past the wall.
realistic, I guess.
Little wall ride.
So everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think I know where you are. Wait.
Like last night, me and my friends were playing Repo, and we were in a Discord channel. And before we started playing Repo,
Let's take a picture.
I was streaming Assassin's Creed to the Discord,
Oh, yeah.
I like your pose, Meeks.
which is super fun,
Joy-Con
you know.
controller,
And I think the
there's
consoles
button.
have that functionality, but
With the C
nobody
button,
uses that
you
shit,
can
man.
pull up a chat menu.
Oh, really? Wait, actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so...
Oh, what is this gonna be?
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself.
Dude,
and
why
more.
does the footage look so bad?
And
Oh my
there's
god.
this.
Oh god.
You can also connect this camera to the console.
Hey!
Hey, what's up? Hello. Yo.
Hi, how's everyone doing?
I just get the sense I will never use this, but I mean, this all looks cool.
Face is on here.
In regards to all the footage looking stuttery and 5 frames per second,
Here's how it looks.
at least it's realistic. At least it's not bullshit footage. It looks real. I'll give them that.
Can you wait for me?
It's like when
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
oh god, it's Mario Party with the camera. That looks cool. I mean, this.
Left. Okay.
But it's like whenever a
Even when you're apart.
PlayStation game
Play
gets
games and
ported
hang
to
out as
Switch.
if you were together in the
To be
same
fair to
room.
Nintendo, whenever they show like
Play
No Man's
together.
Sky footage on a
Or
Nintendo Direct,
online multiplayer
it
games.
always looks real. It's never bullshit. They always show like I remember the No Man's Sky trailer a couple of months ago or a year or two ago. It looked awful.
Inside your own
And it's like,
room.
well, yeah, it's on a Switch. We're showing you the real Switch footage. I have to respect it.
Hold a
I have
Switch
to respect that.
competition between families.
They're not showing you bullshit like PS5
All
Pro
together,
footage, you know.
Anytime, anywhere. Get
Cameras on during Repo, absolutely. Oh, Repo's coming up later on the stream for sure. Nintendo loves that.
ゲームチャットはお友達やご家族などフレンドとのオンラインプレイを
this seems cool.
まるでその場で
This seems
一緒に
cool.
遊べるような
I feel like I will never use it because I never play Switch games online. I never play them online.
先ほどの映像に出ていた
Once every 2 years, the Link to the Cast boys make me play some Splatoon, and that's it. That's it. And of course, yeah, you'll need a membership to do it, which is fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Okay, free trial. Okay.
ゲームチャットは見守りスイッチに対応しており、お子さんがお友達と遊ぶ際には保護者の許可を必要とするなど、様々な設定が可能になっています。
もう一つ、ご家族やお友達とゲームを遊ぶ新しい体験をご紹介します。任天堂スイッチではソフトが1本しかなくてもジョイコンをお裾分けして遊ぶことができますが、
Okay.
任天堂スイッチ2ではさらにソフトがない他の本体ともすぐに一緒に遊べるお裾分け通信ができるようになります。
Okay.
お裾分け通信はスイッチ2はもちろんスイッチでも受け取ることができ、
Okay.
最大4台でプレイできます。相手に自分の画面を見られたくないゲームでも1本のソフトで一緒に。
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
またオンラインにも対応しており、先ほどご紹介したゲームチャットの相手ともすぐにお裾分け通信ができます。
Like, this is a thing I really wish was more common. Like, obviously, like, only used with compatible games. Okay, well, that's fair enough. Even if Nintendo first-party stuff supports that, that's cool. Like, It Takes Two and Split Fiction have this. I wish it was more common, you know what I mean? It's like, send your friend a copy of the game. They can only play it with you. You're not giving them a freebie. You know, it's great for multiplayer. I wish it was more common. I think that's great. I think that's great. Let's see that bad boy. Please take a look. I will, gents. Thank you, boys. Same thickness.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
The console's thickness remains the same.
Identically the same. Wow, okay.
With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
Lovely. This is so Nintendo. Have you heard of 1080p? I love them though. I love it. 120. They're doing it. The mad lads. They're actually doing it. Say DLSS. Please say it. HDR. Okay. Wow.
Supports HDR.
LCD but not OLED means they're being competitive on price. That's a massive price difference. I'm feeling good about 400 or 450. I'm feeling good about it.
Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically.
People are going to be upset about the lack of OLED, but I think that's going to be a huge difference on the price.
Attach your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
Cool.
The SL and SR buttons are bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest, most HDR is bad. I do not give a fuck about HDR. I really don't. It's annoyed me more than it hasn't.
Sticks are now larger.
Are they Hall effect? Mouse controls, let's go.
Each Joy-Con 2 controller can be used as a mouse to play in compatible games.
Show Doom. Please show Doom. Please show Doom.
By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes. It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat.
One of the things I'm looking forward to with this console is I just want a new. I hate the way the original Switch feels. I think it feels like a cheap piece of crap. I mean, I really think it does. I'm looking for. I hope this is sturdier. You know.
Don't have a surround sound system. Games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
Are they doing first-party headphones like Sony are? No, hardly not. Hardly. 3D audio is cool, obviously.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand. You can move it freely, like this.
This is one of many things gamers were upset about that I just didn't. When people were crying about the state of the kickstand, I was like, who's using the kickstand on the? Who cares? Who gives a fuck?
It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode.
SSD? Are we thinking?
Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage.
That's
8 times that of Nintendo Switch.
okay. It's 8.
Storing
That's
your game downloads,
very
game
little.
data, and more.
Unless these games are going to be
Data is
tiny.
also faster.
Okay. So there was a rumor going around that there wasn't 4K
Connect
support.
to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games. HDR is also supported in TV mode.
Yeah, is it going to be horribly upscaled 4K? I mean, look, I'm not a big 4K guy anyway. If they can get it, great.
The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a
I am in the camp that the returns are suitably diminishing at 4K. I gotta be honest. Yes, the original Switch only had 32 gigs, but also those games were small. So you know,
Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games.
backwards compat. We knew that.
Compatible
Now
Nintendo
32 gig. I want to say that was bad at the time. People were like, "What the hell?" But Switch games are small enough, and they had SD card support. I'm pretty sure, didn't they? 256 is crazy, dude. That is crazy. Like, unless they've got some secret sauce where they're like, these games are going to be tiny. I mean, like we were talking earlier about third-party support. Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty. Assassin's Creed's 100 gigs every year, man. I mean, I know people don't necessarily buy Nintendo consoles to play those games, but people do play them on them. It's not nobody, you know. And as Novelty Act points out again, and another one in the camp of this console is going to be cheap, I think. I think this is going to be cheap. Less than 500 gigs of storage, I mean... MK1 is too hot. I haven't updated MK1 in a year, I would say. 200 gigs, man.
ハテナがいっぱい並んでいます。ちょっと覗いてみましょう。磁石はどこにという話題ですが、本体とジョイコン2は磁石によってくっつくんですよね。
Yeah, is there going to be a lot of discourse about this game being like cynical corporate shit like there was with Astro? Probably not, because those conversations never happened with Nintendo, but, you know. You know. You know. When people were trying to have those conversations about Astro, I was like, I have never heard a soul ask these questions about Super Smash Brothers. What are we doing? You know what I mean? Anyway, let's not. It was a great idea. I think this is cool. No, it's a manual. It's an interactive manual. Yeah. I'm so fascinated by the mouse. What? It's a perfectly good idea. I mean, if you can build that functionality in, why not? But like, what motivated them? All I can think about in terms of first-party Nintendo stuff, like Mario Party and WarioWare, are the only things I can think. And like myself and everyone else has made the Doom assumption. Are they going to show Doom the Dark Ages with the mouse control? But who's going to play it with a Joy-Con mouse and then a Joy-Con controller? Who's going to do that?
これが Nintendo Switch 2の専用ソフトのゲームカードです。形状はスイッチ版と同じですが、
Oh, this is the shop they showed last week.
速度がぐんと向上しています。
Faster reading speeds. Okay.
続いてメモリーカードですが、スイッチ2に対応するのはマイクロ SD エクスプレスカードになります。
Okay.
マイクロ SD エクスプレスは SD カードの新しい規格で
These are not proprietary though, right? The Micro SD Express, like anyone can make those.
マイクロ SD カードは使えませんのでご注意ください。
Okay, standard SDs will not be supported. Okay.
スイッチ2へのデータ移行は
You can log into your Nintendo
アカウントでログインしていただくことで
Okay, cool. Okay.
データやゲームソフトなどが転送できる丸ごと転送機能が
Okay, this is good because I want to finish Tears of the Kingdom on the Switch too.
ゲームチャットを起動する C ボタンと背面には好きなボタンを割り当てられる GLGR ボタンが増えました。さらに
Jeff Gersman was just tweeting about all these controllers with buttons on the back. I have multiple buttons at the back, and like, no systems recognize them. I've never been able to map back buttons. He was talking about this as well. Like, I don't have one within arm's reach. It's just like, yeah, I have multiple controllers with back buttons. Windows, Android, nothing recognizes them. I'm like, what? Who uses these? Here we go. There we go. Wow, that is close. Wow. I do not have any money for that. Subscribe now, folks. Only 3 games on Switch 2, more than PS5. Second type is compatible games released on Nintendo Switch. Edition game. Oh god, it's gonna be confusing. Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded visuals that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more. Okay. Switch 2 edition. Okay. Okay. So this is gonna be their equivalent of. This is gonna be their equivalent of like things getting a native PS5 version.
And adds new features, including mouse controls.
Okay.
Audio recognition.
Is this going to be free? This is the question. This is the question. Is this going to be free?
And gameplay that uses a camera.
I get the vibe it will.
All of which can be accessed on Switch 2.
I get the vibe it will.
Let's check out
No, they can't charge for this. They're not going to do a Sony, are they? Where it's like a tenner to play the game you already own on it. Oh god.
You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online. Up next.
Oh, they're not going to charge 20 quid for it. No. I know they'll get away with it. Yes, I know they will. Yeah, they'll.
Blocks to collect the most coins.
If that works, I'll be stunned. But
and compete in
okay, these look like entirely new mini games. Okay, they're not giving this away for free. They're not giving this away for free. Okay, there's a bunch of new stuff in this. Okay, fair enough. They're yeah.
Use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster. When you enter a pipe, a minigame will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm. And one where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag.
Oh, that looks fun. That looks fun. I feel like in 5 years' time, we'll be looking back on this footage and go, oh yeah, remember the mouse thing on the Switch 2? I remember how like Mario Party used it and then nothing else.
The built-in microphone, mouse controls.
Oh, is this stuff gonna work? I'm not confident this stuff is gonna work.
Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus
Okay,
Jamboree
accessories
TV
sold separately.
launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th.
Okay.
Nintendo Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Okay. No price. No price. Just purchasing without a price. Oh, it's not looking good, boys. It's not looking good. Oh, God. That's not looking... Okay. Here we go. Oh, both of them! Wow, okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to pay for it. I don't care if this is for... Oh, if these run at locked 60, holy... Boys, I'm forking out for both of these. Because I really want to finish Tears of the Kingdom. One thing that has Nintendo Disaster written all over it is you can transfer your save to Tears of the Kingdom. You may not do that if you upgrade it to the Switch 2 edition. Oh, wow.
Activating. Proceed north.
They got Hyrule Siri! They got Hyrule Siri! Oh my god, that's so funny! Oh. No! That is awesome! That is so awesome! Send your creations! That is great! That is great! Oh, I might start a fresh save for Tears of the Kingdom on Switch 2. Brothers, what is the price? I'm sorry to fixate on this. How much are these upgrades? Nintendo, please tell me how much they are. Just say it. Just say it. Oh, it's gonna be so stupid. Oh my god, it's gonna be like 20 quid, isn't it? Here we go. Here we go. What I'm gleaming from this, by the way, is if it doesn't have a formal official Switch 2 edition, again, like the difference between PS4 and native PS5, that if you put an old game in the Switch 2... Oh, the Switch is getting performance and quality toggles! Oh, God! What an era we live in! I mean, performance mode is the easy choice there. 1080 and 120? There's no shot that game's hitting 4K anyway. I am highly skeptical on what their 4K is going to look like. Put your 1080 on and play away. That's what I would say. And what I was saying there was, unless it has a formal Switch 2 edition, I imagine if you put an old game in there, you get no performance boost. It's just, it'll run natively, but it's not going to have any boost on it. Okay. Purchasing an upgrade pack. Give me a price. Brother! Brother! How much is it? How much is it? Doom, it's gotta be. Surely. Come on now. No. 1-2, a 1-2 switch-ish thing. Yes, surely 1-2 switch. Oh, that was, oh, you see that? See the way he turned? Oh, that was awesome. Drag and drive. But Snowboy, this is the thing, right? If they do show Doom, right? As cool as it is to have a mouse on a console, what are you using? Like, so you're gonna have to, so one other Joy-Con is gonna have to do all the other shit you do in Doom: jumping, meleeing, switching your weapons, grenades, flamethrower, chainsaw. Like, the mouse part sounds cool, but the other hand sounds like it's gonna be a nightmare. You know what I mean? Because the Joy-Cons are so small. I don't know. They announced Switch 2 editions will have their own physical... That makes sense. That makes sense. Let me just open up another tab here with Blue Sky.
ドラッグ&ドライブ。2つのマウスによる新たなチーム戦にご期待ください。続いては、任天堂スイッチ2にやってくるソフトメーカーさんのタイトルをご紹介します。
Elden, wow! Wow!
This world is in dire
Imagine if this is the first version of Elden Ring that runs at 60 frames per second.
The rays of grace that guide you through your burden.
There is Dark Souls. Dark Souls is on Switch, right? The trilogy, the remaster trilogy. I don't know how good it is.
You will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
Tarnished edition. Another game I never finished. I can't. If I'm gonna double dip, I'd probably grab it on PC. But
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games.
Supergiant, let's fucking go.
Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Our first ever sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead.
Is Nintendo getting early access? Are early access games coming to
the ends of the earth? Getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story that reacts to your every setback and victory. It's the kind of game you can quickly pick up and play whether you're experienced with the original or not. Look for more about Hades 2 later this year.
皆さんこんにちは。カプコンの中山です。我々がお届けするタイトルは
Street Fighter? Nice.
本体を持ち寄っての対戦はもちろん、任天堂スイッチ2だけの新モードもあります。
Well, this is what I'm wondering about the
26キャラクターを収録した Years 1-2 Fighters Edition の2バージョン。
Even though we are now living in an era where Nintendo consoles have performance quality toggles, which I never thought we'd see, I do not think Nintendo will do early access. I do not think they will let an unfinished game. I don't think so. I don't know what the Hades 2 roadmap is. Are they saying that's coming out? Surely it must be coming out this year, right?
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted, we will finally be liberated from humans.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale.
Arsenal's coming to the Nintendo Switch. The bloody gooners are coming, lads.
Thanks for the warm welcome! This planet will be ours.
I don't know what this is. Should I know what this is?
Sovereign Axiom. The Trinitas has almost completed a weapon that was created to destroy all humanity.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart! All children, bring hope to our lives.
Demon X Mach. Oh, I have heard of that, but I don't know what it is.
Hey, this is Joseph Fares from
The big man! I'm a couple hours into Split Fiction, brother. It's great. Well done.
The game is a story about friendship. You play as Mio, who writes sci-fi, and Zoe.
I like Joseph Fares. He's like people like complain about him all the time. I'm like, why? Like, he's like a little bit cringe. So what? So what? He likes making games and he makes good ones. Like whatever. I don't get the cynicism around this guy. Yeah, he's a little bit, you know, he's swearing at the Game Awards. He's a little bit lame. Okay, whatever. Okay. Jesus.
Fans together across the world, both on the pitch and on the gridiron. We're excited to announce that
he's gassed. Exactly. Yeah, let him be. Like when that trailer came out for Split Fiction, where he was like, no microtransactions, no bullshit, and everyone's like, oh, that's so lame. I was like, is it? Is it lame to take EA money and then put no microtransactions in your trailer? Why? What's wrong? I like the guy. And more importantly, his games are good. His games are fucking good, man.
Graphics and seamless world transitions.
Harry Potter.
You'll be immersed in the Wizarding world like never before. And the new mouse.
I have never played this.
Give you even more ways to experience the adventure.
Not because I think I'm too virtuous to play it, but I think Harry Potter is lame. I honestly wasn't grandstanding. I was like, I don't give a shit about it. Oh dear. Mig, thank you very much for the donation straight into the Switch 2 fund. I'll toast you for that one, my friend. Thank you so much for donating. Buying me a coffee, as they say. I mean, to be fair, like, Hogwarts was a massive success, to be clear. They're putting Bikini Bottom in SpongeBob in fucking... That was a great tease. That was a great tease. No, Hogwarts Legacy was a massive seller. It was. Now it had a steep decline, but it was single player anyway. So like, what you know.
Agent 47 does everything he can to accomplish his mission. And how each mission
This trilogy is on Switch 1, but as a cloud game. So this is the first time it'll be natively available on a Switch.
Game will release on the same day as Switch 2.
I played some Hitman on the Steam Deck. Having that game on the go is class. It is. Are they showing James Bond? Oh my fucking god! Are they showing James Bond finally on the Switch 2 stream? Oh my god! Nintendo, the mad lads have done it! They've fucking done it! They have fucking done it! I think we all saw this coming.
The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
That's not all you're showing, brother. That is...
The story of light and shadow is reborn.
What? So they've just reiterated once again that they're making a James Bond game. We know you're making a James Bond game. Where is this? Fuck.
Customized jobs to build out your very own party.
Oh my... How?
Upgraded features and enhancements. And all new minigames with unique ways to play.
I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that.
Flying Fairy HD Remix.
Oh, God. That is so goddamn funny. Oh my god. Is that game ever coming out? When it does, it'll be on the Switch too. Oh, director's cut of Yakuza 0. Let's fucking go. Oh, I might play this game again if this is like a significantly enhanced version. This game is so fucking good, man. This is okay. Obviously, we're deep in our kind of re-releases section here and third-party games. This is looking like a tasty launch. I gotta say, a lot of cool stuff. Ninja, no.
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens,
Oh, Hyrule Warriors sequel based on Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah.
their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom. But in time, a terrible evil arose. A war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call the Imprisoning War.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then that must mean this really is the past.
Anyone played any of these? I don't give a shit about Dynasty Warriors. And prior to streaming stuff on this channel, I've never really given a shit about Zelda, so I have never played or cared about either of these. Also, yes, the studio is called AAA Game Studio. Alrighty, cool. Coming this winter. I think if you're into those games, people say they're all right, and if you're not into the Dynasty Warrior games, then you're not going to be into those. Is my understanding.
任天堂も開発に協力しています。かつてハイラル王国で起きた封印戦争、その知られざる真実を描いた本作にご期待ください。ここで任天堂スイッチオンラインについてお知らせです。
Okay.
任天堂スイッチオンラインは
Same accounts, I would imagine. Yeah, okay.
そして任天堂スイッチオンラインプラス追加パックにスイッチ2専用の加入者特典
I haven't had this in a very long time because I had no use for it, but
こちらをご覧ください。
Will they roll out GameCube is the big question on everyone's. Yeah, there you go. Of course they will. Sunshine, one more time, fellas.
Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack will
Def
be
Jam
getting
Fight for
a
New
new
York.
classic game library exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo GameCube, originally released in 2002.
Being renamed to
Here are the
Nintendo
titles
Classics.
that will be available at launch. A Legend of Zelda game that looks like a cartoon come to life through cell shading.
Okay, you'll finally be able to play this on
Using
a modern
mysterious
console.
baton,
Okay.
Link set sail on an adventure across the Great Sea. The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Transcending history.
Because people really wanted them to put out that Wii U remaster on Switch. It seems like that ship has sailed. It seems like that's not happening. But at least there is a version of Wind Waker people can play, you know. WrestleMania 19, let's go!
Legend of Zelda series enters the fray.
Yeah, you can play. GameCube emulates on a potato these days, so you know.
Of white knuckle racing at speeds over 2,000
Can Switch 1 really not play this? Probably not well. It probably could. It probably could, but not as confidently as you might think. Switch 1 is. It's a mid-range phone processor from 10 years ago, you know.
Up to 4 can play together locally or online.
Oh yes, as someone who doesn't subscribe to this service, because it just doesn't intrigue me, they are pissing and shitting all over Sony's offering. Sony has. If it wasn't, I think if it wasn't for the PlayStation name, Sony would be fucking out of business. Like this generation has not been good at all for them. Separate conversation for a separate stream, but I mean like it's been one fumble after another, and the classics lineup as good as an example as any.
The Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack launches the same day as the hardware's release.
Are they going to bump the price again?
A dedicated controller designed after
Oh,
the original
wow.
controller will also be released.
The Smash freaks are going to go insane for this.
And also has a C button to quickly access
The Smash freaks they don't have any friends, so they don't need the C button to chat, but they are going to go insane for this regardless.
Available for Nintendo Switch Online members.
What's the price of this son of a bitch? What's the fucking price of this thing going to be?
遊んでいただいた方はもちろん、プレイしたことがない方も、任天堂ゲームキューブ、任天堂クラシックスをお楽しみに。
Yeah, this service isn't perfect, but it's you know, it's genuinely quite good.
それでは引き続きソフトメーカーさんのタイトルをご覧ください。
I have been thinking about going back to Luigi's Mansion soon. I want to finish the first one before I do anything else, so I believe there is like a half-finished Luigi's Mansion save on GameFAQs that I can just pinch, and I might pick my save up from there. I'm not an Undertale pervert, and none of this means anything to me. I got a gift of Undertale on Steam from friend of the stream Hulkamat many years ago, and I put a couple of hours into it, and I was like, this seems clever. But I think a lot of it was just homaging and you know, referencing things that I just don't have a soft spot for. It's not my world, you know. And so naturally all this other stuff means nothing to me, you know.
Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox.
Oh god, we were doing so well.
Game will launch on Nintendo Switch 2.
How is this guy still like just like around, you know?
Filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons. We're still in
How,
development and it's already
my actual question, how is he still like front facing doing all these presentations, you know what I mean?
Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and
State of the jacket. Seth Rollins looking ass.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games. We're releasing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Sid Meier's Civilization 7. In Civ 7, you'll establish...
I think I've talked before about how
throughout the ages of history.
Zig coming in hot, more like bored Erlance. Fucking get wrecked, Randy. Zig just fucking ate your lunch, brother. Zig, thank you very much. 35 months coming up on the big 3 fucking years. Can you believe that? On an 11-month streak. Greatly appreciated, buddy. Yeah, I talked every now and then about how every now and then I'll get in like the appetite for like a Civ game or a strategy game. And I want the convenience of playing them on a Steam Deck. Oh god, one fucking annoyance after another. Playing them on a Steam Deck, but like those games are just meant to be played with keyboards, man. I can't imagine Civ on a Switch would be very fun at all.
Kids find this old tattered man. Off they went, armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation.
You know what?
Terrible at steering a road.
I don't think they would actually do it. This would be a very funny place for GTA to get another trailer. That would be very funny. Is The Sims on Switch? I don't think so. That's actually a good question. Hang on. I'm going to look that up, Snowboy, now, because you've actually gotten me curious. Sims Switch. Top result is a Reddit thread. Why aren't there Sims games for Nintendo Switch? There you go. Okay. I guess not. Want to give Diablo a go? I think that would work a little bit better. I mean, again, definitely best on a keyboard, but I think that might be okay on it. But things like Civilization and stuff like that, I mean, it's too much, man. There's too many buttons, too many. Oh wow! I thought this was I didn't even notice this was the sequel.
We're excited to share more with you in the future.
I liked Enter the Gungeon. I didn't love it. I couldn't really get into it. It's crazy. You think it would sell huge for Switch? Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, prior to those remasters last year, EA has kind of kept the Sims on a short leash. What's it? This is Astroneer, is it? Is that what this game is called? And it's also a perfect match for Switch because also The Sims has that like. You'd call them casual because that's the way we talk about people like that, but it's actually not. Like, there are people who don't play other games, but they play the fuck out of The Sims, and they buy every expansion. It is Astroneer, that's what it. I mean, so yeah, it's like they're casual in the sense that they're not playing fucking Trepang on Steam, but they're hardcore in the sense that they fucking love The Sims and they play it for it. No way!
Dark future to Nintendo players for the first time. Cyberpunk 2077 is an open-world action-adventure RPG.
I say this every time this game comes up. I am in the crowd of people. This game is good now. It is really good. I put 60 hours into it. I love it. And it is also very scalable. I played 50 hours on the Steam Deck. I've seen people online playing this on YouTube, playing this game on a fucking potato. It is very scalable. It's not great, obviously, but like, it's not surprising to me that that's a Switch 2 game.
Nintendo Switch 2で Final Fantasy 7 リメイクインターグレードを発売いたします。本作はミッドガル脱出までを描いた。
Every time I watch one of these presentations, I have to sit through some Final Fantasy stuff, and I just have nothing to say.
新しい FF7 を体験いただきます。
I'm currently playing through Final Fantasy 1, by the way, and I'm having quite a lot of fun with it. But I'm a long way away from getting super fucking hyped. Oh, you didn't know. Yeah. Oh, we got a little sizzle reel here. Hang on. 2025 Silk Song in the sizzle reel. That's so funny. And by the way, Silk Song. Anyway, 2-point museum. Oh, that game is never coming out. That game is never fucking coming out. This game looks cool. Witchbrook looks cool. Oh, wow, okay. I did download Hollow Knight 1 again. I played it when it came out. I couldn't get into it. I reinstalled it recently. I want to give it a go. Oh, that was cool. I've never seen that, but... Obviously, we're looking at a lot of ports and a lot of remasters and stuff like that, but, I mean, this is looking like a very exciting launch period where you'll have, like, Mario Kart, plus a bunch of like enhanced versions of pre-existing games. And I suppose it's not really surprising that you're getting Cyberpunk and Elden Ring, because the Switch 1 was like, it is near PS2 levels of financially successful. It's one of the best-selling consoles of all time. So after being out on the Wii U and iffy on the launch of the Switch, all the third parties are now backing, like, yeah, no, we always love the Switch. We've always, yeah, Nintendo, let's fucking go. You know? So everything's coming out on the Switch now. They could probably run Red Dead 2 on the Switch. The next game is the last from our partners, so we're getting a third-party game, and then we're getting first-party stuff to end. I thought that was Silent Hill 2 there for a second. I was like, that would be so fucking funny. I feel like we are going to end on 3D Mario. I feel like that's what we're...
I give you.
Is that Leon? No. Is it? As I think I said...
I give you my life.
I also thought Bloodborne. I know it looks nothing like Bloodborne, but the art style looked vaguely Bloodborne-y. As I said, I think last week, leakers are very, very confident Resident Evil 9 is being revealed soon. Releasing this year, unclear, but it seems like it is going to be shown at some point in the near future. Presumably, it may be at the Keeleys or something. Somewhere. Well, I don't know what that symbol is. A new From game, okay. Dude, if it's in any way Bloodborne adjacent, no, this is a different thing. But the fact that it's a From game in England is very funny. Oh my god, if this has the word blood in the title anywhere, people are gonna shit themselves, dude. Oh my god. Nintendo already revealed an Everybody's Golf and a Patapon game. If Nintendo somehow reveal a Bloodborne sequel... Sony's like, did you let that lapse? No, you were supposed to renew that trademark. No, I wasn't supposed to renew that trademark. Are you watching the Nintendo stream? Yeah, they got it, lad. I don't... You were asleep at the wheel. Oh my god, it looks like that moon from Zelda. This looks sick, whatever it is. Sony fumbled. Very good. Very good. Jesus. Again, Nintendo honesty in their trailers. Whatever this is definitely the Switch 2 version. Because it looks kind of cool, but also kind of... You're also kind of looking at it going... I pray that you are able. Bit grungy. You know? T-Rex dog, everyone. T-Rex dog. Watch out for the T-Rex dog. What is this?
And one alone.
The Dusk Bloods. That's a fucking cool name. It has blood in the name, so people are going to be very upset. I don't know why, but they're just going to be angry. Blood in the title is just insane. Set in London, what are they cooking? What are they cooking? Are they trying to like only on the Switch 2? Wow. An exclusive From game on the Switch 2? What? Oh my god, From are like, we're gonna release a game with blood in the title that's set in England with another first party partner because those fuckers at Sony are impossible to work with. I've said it before, I'm firmly of the belief that the only reason I think Sony want to do Bloodborne 2 or remastered or PC or whatever there's obviously just some co-ownership of the IP, and they can't get on the same page as to who develops it or when it comes out. Because despite people's memeing, I don't think Sony doesn't want to put it out. That's the joke, but I don't think that's true. I think there's obviously a hurdle in the way that those two parties are not able to get over, you know? Kirby? Kirby, is that you? Oh, please don't be Smash Bros. I'll be really disappointed if the big finale of this is Smash Bros. It's like the Nintendo thing I have the least interest in. I would rather it was an ARMS sequel ending this stream. I don't know, maybe it's an actual Kirby game. Oh, Kirby's Air Ride sequel? That's so funny. We all had a million guesses. We all had 5 minutes there while that was playing, and nobody got it. Oh yeah, a sequel to Kirby's Air Ride. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Oh. Yeah, the same stream as Mario Kart is on. But Air Raid was like Air Raid's weird. Like it's not. It's an other thing. You know what I mean? It's. Last trailer for today. Let's take a look. Imagine if they ended on Air Raid though. That would have been so good. Why would they end on rabbits? That would be funny. Ending on Pikmin would also be very funny. No, I think this could be Mario. A new Donkey Kong game! Nintendo, you are the funniest company of all time. There he is, his new look that everyone hates. I like it. I like his new look, alright? And everyone else can suck me about it, alright? I think he looks great. Oh, they've gone a different direction from DK64. They appear to have gone in the direction of what if it was fun to control and play. I think that's interesting. I think that's an interesting change, because this actually looks cool. Oh, this looks fucking cool, man. They made my man put on pants. Free him! Free him from the pants! I'm noticing the destructible environment as well. That is such a cool idea. Are we getting price? I think yes. If it's releasing in June, I think they're gonna say that's our last trailer. Thank you for watching. Price. I think they're gonna do that. This looks really cool. This looks really cool. Bonanza! I love it. Well done. Well done. July. Okay, so not a launch game, but a launch window game, as they like to say. I mean, it's not Mario, but in the same spirit, that looks like a fantastic 3D platformer with all the Nintendo flair. So as good as.
全てを破壊しながら巨大な地下世界を突き進みます。詳細は改めてお伝えしますのでお楽しみに。
こまでご覧いただきありがとうございます。
No, thank you, lads. It's been a great stream. You guys have showed some awesome stuff.
任天堂スイッチ2の発売日は6月5日です。最後に発売する本体のご紹介です。
Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go.
まずは任天堂スイッチ2の本体です。これに加えダウンロード版のマリオカートワールドがセットになった本体も発売します。詳しくはダイレクト終了後に公開する公式ホームページをご覧ください。
More details goes live later today. Are we not getting price on stream?
今回お伝えする内容は以上になります。
Okay. Wow, no price really.
もうしばらくお待ちいただくことになりますが、任天堂スイッチ2を皆さんにご体験いただけることを今からとても楽しみにしています。
最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。
I mean, so straight. I mean, just like instant reaction. That was a really, really good stream. A really good stream. Someone asked earlier, by the way, in the chat. I did see someone asked about Ubisoft. They were in the sizzle reel. Star Wars criminal game, open world game from last year that I played like 15 hours and I can't remember what the fuck it was called. You're a lady. You've got a little cat monster with you. Outlaws. Thank you, Ringross. That they said that's coming. They said that's coming. Really good stream. I mean, the first party stuff they showed was kind of more limited than I was thinking. Like we just got DK and Mario Kart and like the demo thing and the Switch 2 editions of a bunch of Switch 1 games. But honestly, all that stuff's really good. And I mean, that's what console launches are these days and what they're going to be going forward. It was also then a lot of, and you can play a shiny version of Hitman, and you can play a fancy version of Yakuza 0, right? And it's a little bit more exciting for Nintendo because like that's a lot of stuff that they haven't had. Like they had Hitman via the cloud on the Switch, which I never touched any of that stuff. That's kind of what console launches are now. It's here's our one or two things that are new and unique and cool, and then a bunch of like 4K versions of stuff you've already played. Tech looks good. The tech looks kind of like exactly like what I would want, which is kind of like, you know, the internals. They didn't get into that. I suppose they were boasting, you know, performance mode, quality mode, Metroid Prime in like 120 frames. Like that is weird that Nintendo are doing quality versus performance mode, and you pick which one. And 120 hertz modes on 120 hertz on the screen is pretty cool. Taking third party seriously, yeah. I mean, like there's gonna be so. I mean, it really there was some industry analysts said there a couple of weeks or months ago. I mean, this is not exactly the most shocking hot take in the world, especially with Xbox's current position. But they were like, there's going to be room in the market for whatever Nintendo does and one other big console, and that's it. You know, and it's obviously not going to be Microsoft. You know, you know. Now, obviously, like, it does just feel like the tech is plateauing though, because what I was just about to say was that, well, maybe the PlayStation and Xbox tech will move on in a couple of years, and there'll be third-party games on there that just won't be doable on the Switch 2. But I'm like, will there really? Is there any of that? Does any of that seem like it's on the horizon? It really doesn't. You know, I mean, if you know, if it is going to come down to like higher fidelity visuals, I mean, I've been following the PS5 Pros, you know, people's analysis of it, and you know, Digital Foundry, and it seems like even that fucking €800 lump is not giving people like, you know, native 4K image quality. So I feel like that graphical arms race is going to mean less and less to people. On that note, I will say that there were some leaks, I think last week or the week before, that said certain people thought that the Switch 2 did not have an output for 4K on it. Now, they said 4K on this. Again, this is one of those things. Nintendo they're just not going to talk about upscaling on a stream. It's not how they do things. We all laughed at them talking about frame rate because it's so not them. I mean, I think that's really great. I'm really excited for the Switch 2. I mean, no shot. I mean, it's not going to be a question of will it be native 4K. The question is going to be how bad is, or good or bad is the upscaling going to be. That's going to be the question. I mean, you know, regardless of whether it has the capacity to output 4K, the internals of that device, just based on all the leaks, do not seem like. If you select the visual quality mode on Metroid Prime 4, then it's going to be an actual 4K experience, you know. And how much you do or don't. I mean, me personally, I never docked my Switch. I only ever docked my Switch when I was playing multiplayer stuff with friends. Generally speaking, I when I buy a handheld, I use it to play handheld. I don't care about that at all. You know, yeah, getting the FromSoft thing, I mean, that was such a surprise. Like watching that trailer, I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. It's obviously, you know, the Switch 2 version of this game, because, you know, it doesn't look like something that would run on a PS5, and then for it to be an actual exclusive is so crazy. Yeah, and like myself, if you do care about that stuff, you're just kind of like, all right, I'll put that money in a PC. It's just because it's just. I mean, I watched some of those PS5 Pro videos, and it's just kind of like, oh, this game just got a patch for PS5 Pro. It still has an option. Do you want to prioritize frame rate or resolution? I'm like, what is the selling point of that console? Again, another separate conversation for a separate stream, but let's do a quick check here. Let's do a quick check here on. Let's just go online and see any deets. I will say the whole way through that stream, I was feeling very confident that it was going to be on the cheaper side of things. One, because that's how Nintendo likes to do things. Two, I think I was expecting an OLED screen. I don't know if that was leaked ahead of time and we knew that. I don't recall knowing that. When they said LCD, I was shocked. There is nothing coming out with an LCD screen these days. I mean, there is, other than like budget like a cheap £100 tablet. I mean, there is nothing coming out with LCD, right? LCD, 256 gigs of storage. It's crazy. They also didn't say what type of storage. Did they say what type of storage? I don't think they didn't say like SSD, did they? I think they said it was faster, but I don't think we've had any indication of what the storage. So with those two tidbits, and with the fact that it looks generally kind of, you know, it doesn't look like they've made it out of some incredibly sturdy material. You know, it looks like it might be slightly better than the original. I was very bullish on the price. Not saying it on the stream. I'm back to not being bullish. What's Mitch saying here in the chat? $469 and $509 for the bundle. OLED was never coming day one. I don't know though, because it is just becoming so standard. Like it is. Xbox Series S is 256 and works okay. Works by the most basic definition. I bought a Series S. I like my Series S. I got that expansion for it instantly. If you play Warzone, that's it. It's over. It's a one game, and lots of people play Warzone. It's a one game system. Now, Nintendo is different, and I said this when they showed that memory. It's like, Nintendo is different. The Switch had very small memory at launch, and it was okay for a while because those games are small. I think the games will be smaller for the Switch 2 than they are for the PS5. But it's still kind of crazy to me. £369, £429. Let me hang on. I'm going to open up tabs here. Yeah, them not saying the price has me doubtful. But if it is, okay, Eurogamer has a thing about pre-orders from next week. Hang on here now. Let's throw this over here and we'll read it together like a family. Hang on. But also, I mean, it's just kind of like take Tears of the Kingdom, right? Tears of the Kingdom on the Switch 1. That is a 16 gigabyte game. For how big and ambitious and crazy as that game is, it is 16 gigs, which is nothing, dude. That is nothing. So what will the Switch 2 what do they call it? The Switch 2 edition? What will that be? Will that be 18 gigs or will it be 70 gigs? That is a fascinating question. Let's zoom in here. Ed Nightingale at Eurogamer. Switch 2 will be released on June 5th and cost £395 British pounds. Pre-orders open on the 8th of April. A brand new Mario Kart which will be available in a bundle for $4,299. C button, blah, blah, blah. So what's the LCD? Okay, I don't need a recap, lads. I don't need a... Wait, now where are they getting this? Because did they get a press release saying? Because that wasn't on the. Yeah, I'm kind of 4K adds to the file size as well. I'm kind of shocked Nintendo touched the 4K word, to be quite honest, because I feel like that's more hassle than it's worth, to be perfectly honest. Because if like, even if it's upscaled, kind of fake 4K, like not really, you're gonna have to have 4K assets in the game to do that, and so you're like again, you could, like, Tears of the Kingdom Enhanced could jump from 16 gigs to 80. You know what I mean? Or it could not. Again, I'm no game dev, and optimization is a crazy thing. They can work magic on these things. I don't know. It's on the site now. Wario64 has it too. Must have had a press release. Yeah. Okay. Hang on. Where's my? I had a Blue Sky tab open there. Hang on. Okay. This site is definitely going to die. No, it's still up. Hang on. No euro prices. Come on, lads. Outrageous. Okay, hang on. Nintendo UK. No, wait. EU. Let's go to the EU store. Because I keep seeing pounds and dollars. Give me a euro price here. And there's no point just converting it. Because as we were talking about on the Discord, lots of people, lots of sellers do not just do the conversion. They're winging it on these prices. Okay. I did install that Nintendo Today app, by the way. I don't know why, but I did. Releasing in 2025. Euro is 469, says Mitch. 469 without the game? I mean, look. I mean, I guess it's not that. It's not outrageous, is it? Because you got multiple factors. The first one being, that's me gesturing at the state of everything, right? That's things don't cost 400 quid anymore. So even if they have an LCD screen in them, they just don't cost 400 quid anymore. And then, I mean, as a lot of people pointed out, when they revealed this initially, and then they said they were doing a direct in April, I mean, it's like, okay, so tariffs, obviously, that is the big looming thing, and market instability and all this other stuff. So perhaps 400 was a bit pie in the sky. 469 just for the console. I mean, I think in 2025 economics, I suppose you can't really hate it. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm kind of like, what, wouldn't you just say it? I don't quite understand why they wouldn't just say it. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, obviously it was, a press release went to everyone, to coincide with the end. Mario Kart World is €90, €80 for banana. No, fuck off. Where are you seeing that? This is the US. Oh my god, it's like these people are fucking publishing like Court Bauer MLW releases. Don't publish all the fucking useless shite. Give me the crucial info. Okay. Mitch is hooking me up here with a link. Oh, did you get straight in? I'm queuing. Let me tell you something. I did it. It was peak COVID, so I did it for the Xbox. I did it for the PlayStation. I did the queuing. I did the Amazon website crashing. I did all that stuff. I also had the luxury of working from home during COVID and still having disposable income, but not being able to go to the pub or see my friends. I do not have that luxury anymore. This is a launch that will certainly be passing me by. Mitch, that is so funny. Mitch sent an Imgur link into the chat because obviously the Nintendo site is wedged. Imgur is now also down, I would imagine, because people are sending screenshots to the store to each other. Zig, I knew you'd say that. I knew you'd say you don't believe me. That's fine. You're well within your rights to not believe me. I like buying gizmos. I like spending money. I like having video game devices to tinker with. I tell you what. Late last year, when the Switch 2 rumors were ramping up and it was really looking like summer-ish was going to be the launch before even the official reveal, I did open up like a little Revolut pocket and I was putting my little, doing the old go without the cup of coffee and put the money in the vault. And I was building up a vault. That vault has been now emptied several times because various things have come up. The Switch one is not there. But you know what? It's going to work out for the best because I will forego the queuing. Also, Nintendo were out there saying, we are ready for the scalpers, by the way. We are ready to go, and we will make sure people get their hands on Switch 2s. No chance. Absolutely no chance. So, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I'm really hyped for Mario Kart. I would like to have one at launch, but it's not on the cards, and more importantly, I just, it looks cool, but I don't know. Do you want to do the fucking the you are waiting in an internet queue dance for it? What do we got here? Oh, dude, what? Oh my god! Thank you, Mitch, for the link. Oh my fucking! You are joking. So just to put a button on it, console price I think is by 2025 standards, I think fair enough, $509 for a brand new console with a pack in game. Okay. Dude, $90 for the physical and like a $10 discount. But also what I don't understand is these are both hang on, let me move the chat here just very briefly. What I don't understand is these are both first party. These are both Nintendo games. Why is Mario Kart more expensive? Dude, 90 fucking euro for a game. And also, this is Nintendo. That shit is not going on sale. I'm not sure if I mentioned this because actually I don't think I've streamed since did I talk about this last week? I traded in all my basically almost all my Switch games. I backed them up to the Steam Deck. I dumped my own copies and I backed them up onto the Steam Deck. And so I sold all my physical copies. And I mean, I made out quite well in that instance. I got like 200 quid from CEX because Switch games retain their value. Because Nintendo don't discount them, either physical or even on their own digital store, they don't discount them. So the resellers don't discount them. So that when I go in with a load of, I didn't even have that many. I traded in like 8 or 9 Switch games. And I got 200 quid for them. Because Nintendo's always been this way for generations. They do not discount. They'll do a Black Friday sale where it's like, hey, Breath of the Wild that launched on the Switch, it's now just 50 quid. That's a Nintendo sale, right? It's so funny that the big topic of conversation for the last couple of weeks has been people hand-wringing about Grand Theft Auto 6, allegedly costing $100. Some market analysts speculated that Take-Two could do that, and other video game publishers are kind of hoping they do so that they break the seal on it. There was no reporting that they would be charging 100 quid for it, but gamers went fucking ballistic. Much like wrestling fans, bad news aggregation led to people going insane. All that conversation was happening about GTA. Meanwhile, Nintendo comes out, dude, 90 fucking euro. Oh my god. Oh my god. And yeah, and listen, and much like people were hoping GTA will do it because they'll get away with it. Same with Nintendo. Now, Ubisoft, EA, they're all ecstatic about this because now the seal is broken. Because what are you going to do? Not buy Mario Kart? Are you going to not buy? That is the rationale, and they're right. And so now fucking. Now I was telling people to calm down all along. Now I'm kind of like, okay, well, now if I'm Take-Two, I am really considering like 80 quid for GTA, like base price. That's the vanilla version of the game, and you know, hundreds for the special editions. Yeah, I mean, I understand the rationale of you know, kind of feeling like you have to charge more to keep up with modern dev costs, but man, 90 quid for the physical edition. We are, and this is also the start of a generation, by the way. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's completely thrown me off now. 70 for Donkey Kong. I mean, like 70 is like 70 is the going rate for a game now. I mean 80 for a physical copy. My God, what is the reaction to this, people? I mean, the more I think about it, the more like it's not a great price for the console, but the more I think about it, the more I'm like, well, you know, these days that's what a console costs. Okay, it's still cheaper than the competition, so fair enough. Not a great price, not a terrible price. Okay, but this is knocked me for 6. Honestly, I mean, man, I can't believe that. Nintendo's, I'm just reading Wario now. Nintendo Switch 2, my Nintendo Store. Invites will go out to people who register their interest. Register here. First come, first served basis to registrants who have purchased a Nintendo Switch Online membership. Okay, so I'm out. Okay. Okay, this looks to be... Okay, is this their... Okay, is this their... Is this their anti-piracy thing here? Or not piracy, anti-scalping. First come, first served basis to registrants who have purchased a Nintendo Switch Online membership with a minimum of 12 months NSO and 50 hours of gameplay as of April 2nd. Sony did something similar to this for... What was it? It wasn't the original PS5, obviously, which was a shit show. Was it the controllers, or was it the PSVR 2 or something? I can't remember what it was. I think it might have been... Oh God, what was it? It wasn't a console, obviously. I think it was only in Japan. I think it was like in a certain market, Sony did a thing where it was like, I think you had to have a certain number of hours logged on PSN to purchase one of their accessories they were selling. The scalpers, I could see people finding a way around that. It's not that bad. It's not that bad as a something, right? You have to do something. That's the thing. It's like these companies, even though, I mean, they're getting the money, but I don't think they want the PR knock that they all get every single time they launch one. Like Nintendo in the past, people have accused them of deliberately doing the scarcity thing to drive up demand, and I'm sure that, I mean, the Wii felt very deliberate, but I feel like the backlash has gotten quite nasty in the last couple of years, especially like PS5 and Xbox, and it kind of, there's also conversations happening, like, you know, legally and, you know, politically, there are conversations happening about, like, you know, touts and resellers, and so I can imagine a company like Nintendo going, okay, we're working on it, please, no legal input, please, we're working on it, please stop going on talk radio and making this a topic of conversation that politicians have become somewhat aware of, because we don't want them getting involved. Yeah, I'm kind of increasingly feeling like I'm kind of shocked I didn't have to deal with any scalping shit on the PC stuff. I mean, obviously I wasn't buying any kind of state-of-the-art stuff, you know what I mean? So it's not like I was going high-end, but I mean, the Nvidia stuff is so fucking insane. I mean, the website's selling like $2,000 packages for like the $500 50 series cards, but bundled in with a load of shite that the reseller can't sell. Like, buy this 2,000 quid kit full of tat so that you can get a 500 quid GPU. I mean, it's just insane. Switch to FAQ here. Invitation to purchase, okay. Additional batches, okay. I'll be curious to follow this this pre-order stuff and see how it goes. Yeah, Eurogamer directly from the My Nintendo store. You know, and one thing that kind of makes a lot of this beating scalpers thing tough is obviously the eradication of in-person buying. I mean, GameStop has literally left Ireland. They are not here anymore. My Nintendo orders are a month after general pre-orders. Okay. Yeah, okay. Wow, okay, a lot to digest. Okay. Without getting too bogged down in the price, I still think that seemed really cool. I mean, it does seem like that this console is going to be what I wanted it to be, which is a new Switch with boosted internals. That's really all I wanted. I love the way Nintendo makes games. I love their attitude towards making games. The Switch hardware had quite obviously hit its limit a long time ago. And people like to pretend that hardware... Oh, Nintendo, you know, Nintendo aren't affected by hardware. They don't need bleeding edge tech to make great games. They don't need bleeding edge tech. But, like, to make a Donkey Kong game where you can, like, seemingly smash the entire level and it's all destructible and physics-driven, that does require new tech. Like new, fresh tech does drive good games. Not exclusively, not 100%, but absolutely it does affect it. And so I'm ready for them to move on. You know, but lots of cool original stuff. The chat features and the online subscription stuff all seem really cool. Again, I'm no big fan of. They just rebranded it Nintendo Classics. I haven't been a subscriber for a while. It seems like a decent service that people like. They're adding GameCube games. As we said, they dick all over Sony's offering in that regard. Fake Discord, of course. Nintendo has invented Discord. You know. First back-to-back success since the NES. Yeah, I think so. I think the only thing that'll throttle them here is if the realities of the economy, tariffs, and supply and demand is the other thing. Because even if they beat the scalpers, if something goes south and they suddenly just can't produce these things fast enough, which was another problem. The PS5 was the perfect storm. It was the scalping problem was out of control during COVID, and the supply chain was massively hindered during COVID, which meant they couldn't crank them out fast enough. Thankfully, in the last 5 years, the world has only gotten more stable, and the supply chain is fine, and the geopolitical scene is absolutely fine, and everything is good now. So there'll be no problem making Switches and just shipping them all over the world. That's just gonna be fine. You know. So yeah, but I think they're absolutely lined up for a back-to-back success. I mean, I think, and launching with Mario Kart last time was a great move, and that was an old Mario Kart game technically. Launching with a new one, yeah. But the thing about the tariffs is, even if it doesn't directly affect the price of it in your region, it's more so generally the broader economic state of the world. Might be a bit of an issue. You know, like in terms of how far does your money go in. Oh, by the way, it seems like those tariffs are going to be announced at 9 p.m. Irish time. So the whatever Wednesday schedule has been shuffled around a little bit. Gonna have to just watch CNN about halfway through. Okay, I'm Twitch's biggest, newest, hottest rising political streamer. You know. Anyway, yeah, it's just kind of like, this is really depressing to say out loud, but it's like, will €510 go a lot less far in fucking June than it goes now? Which is crazy to think about, a 2-month difference, but will it? We don't know. And so will 500 quid you'd be happy to spend now, you might in 2 months time go, oh fuck, maybe not. Anyway, that was super fun though, and super exciting, and very Nintendo in all the ways you like and you don't like, but that's what makes them themselves. Alrighty, I'm going to wrap up here, and we will be back in a couple of hours for the season finale of whatever wins. We'll be back at some point. Don't worry about it. But we are taking a little break shortly. We've got, I should put it up on the Discord here. Let me remind myself. I finally installed the Discord app on this computer, by the way, which took me like months to do. I just didn't get around to it. Schedule, what are we doing here? We're gonna look at the Game Informer archive. We will have a follow-up, by the way, when we go live. We'll see if there's like any previews, any analysis, any other news coming out about the Switch 2. We'll have a follow-up on that. We're gonna watch Hio del Fishman and Demas. That match was linked on the Discord. We're gonna one last time look at WWE LFG, and then we're fucking done. And do not mention it when we bring back when we bring back the feature. Don't mention it. I'm putting a filter on the Discord. Banned, okay? We will also be revealing the slate of movies starting next Wednesday. Movie night is back, folks. I have got some fucking humdingers for you all to watch. And then, of course, we will wrap it up with some classic Noel action. We're going to watch some Deal or No Deal to wrap up the stream. So we'll be back in 5 hours. No, not even. Less than 5 hours. 4.5 hours. To do whatever Wednesday. So thanks very much for watching, pals. I'll see you all in the Nintendo Switch 2 queue. And we can all just refresh Wario 64's Blue Sky page for the next couple of hours. All right, pals. I'll see you in a few hours. Have a good afternoon. Peace out.